Happy Sunday. Welcome back to a chapter a day. I pray you're going to have a blessed week ahead. Continue to ask God for whatever it is your heart desires, and God is more than willing and able to give us what we ask for. Today we're going to be reading a short, not too long. It's not too long, not too short, but it's Psalms chapter 36. Yesterday we did Psalms chapter 35 by itself. And Psalms chapter 37 is rather lengthy, so I'm going to leave that by itself for the next reading. So, let's do this. The transgression of the wicked saith within my heart that there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. In other words, he's saying that the behavior of the wicked people shows that they don't believe in God. Just like the verse that says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. People who don't believe God exists or don't believe that God is active in their lives or have any connection with God at all, you can tell by their behaviors, the things that people do. Okay? Verse 3. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Thy mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens, and thy faithfulness reacheth unto the clouds. I've heard this verse repeated many times before, verse 5. That the mercy of the Lord is in the heavens and his faithfulness reacheth unto the clouds. That means God is so faithful. You know, sometimes I wonder how God can endure for all of these millennia, the things that mankind has been doing. If God wasn't patient, I know people look at the flood. Hey, you know what? God knows why he did that. God knows why he destroyed Sodom. We cannot even size up God to ask God why. Because we know in our own human temperament, we couldn't withstand a lot of the evils that we see being perpetrated in the world. Even sometimes in our own personal lives. Much more for when we don't even know the people involved. But God knows what he does. And I never question God. I never question God. I know God is God. And what God does, God does. I may not always understand it, but what God does, God does. Okay? Verse 6. Thy righteousness is like the great mountains. Thy judgments are a great deep, O Lord. Thou preservest man and beast. And that is so true. If God were to leave this world on its own, as some people think, don't even think we'd survive. I don't think so. Verse 7. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou shalt make them drink of the river of thy pleasures. For with thee is the fountain of life. In thy light shall we see light. O continue thy loving kindness unto them that know thee, and thy righteousness to the upright in heart. Let not the foot of pride come against me, and let not the hand of the wicked remove me. There are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are cast down and shall not be able to rise. So here we see David is making comments about the wickedness of man. How he portrays himself shows straight off that he does not believe in God. And a lot of times when we judge people, it's because of what we see and hear. That's how we can't read the heart. Only God can do that. Not even the devil can read your heart. He can read your expressions and he can learn from your previous behaviors, but he cannot read your heart. God alone can do that. God alone can read your heart or mind. I think the two are connected. Okay. He's also talking about the goodness of God and how God will keep his children, those who put their trust in him. And we see that if we are really walking with God every day, we see how God keeps us. And He's asking God to keep his foot from falling, from slipping, and not allow the wicked to have the upper hand in his life. And that was what that Psalms 36 was all about. God is there for us all the time. God protects us. God takes care of us. He provides for us, and he loves us. And he does all those things because he loves us. Okay, that's the end of our reading. It's a short reading today, and I pray you all have a wonderful week ahead. Those of you who will be going out into the workplace, be blessed. And until our next reading, keep listening, because our faith will grow when we hear God's word. Take care. Bye.